tzitzit, in plural, are made of strings that connect to the body. And I'm going to suggest to you that there was a very real reason why God told His Israelites to do this. It wasn't just for show. Ultimately, it says in the Scriptures, on the static level, the pashat level, if you will, the most obvious level is that it says that He wants them to remember. To remember that when you put these on in the morning, you'll remember who you belong to. How many of you are married? Raise your left hand. It's not a trick question. Don't be ashamed or you'll get in trouble by the person sitting next to you. Okay, look at your hand. What do you have on there? You got a wedding ring. Where on earth did that concept come from, and why do you have a wedding ring? The wedding ring is designed to remind you who you are and who you belong to. So what God did is He said, okay, I need something that will remind them who they belong to, who they are, and what they're supposed to do. Wedding ring, who I am, who I belong to, and what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to be faithful to my wife. I promise to love her for sickness and health until death do we part, so on and so forth. The tzitzit, these are designed to remind us that we are covenant people. Every morning when I put my tzitzit on, I am praying, God, bathe me in who you are. Let your commandments, let them be like honey on my lips. Let me speak words of righteousness to my family, to my wife, and to those around me. Keep me in covenant with you this day. It's just, and you know what? If anything else, it's a reminder to say that prayer. How many remember the WWJD bracelets? What were they designed to do? Remind us. They're rubber tzitzits. I mean, listen, the string on the finger. Listen, why is it a string on the finger? We keep trying to reinvent the wheel. God said, I already gave you something to remind you. And He wants you to put it on the four corners of the garment. Why? Because if you know anything about Scripture, He does what? He calls out to the four corners of the world. You are representative of the entire world. You are God's representative to the four corners of the earth to bring His covenant to them, to be a light to the nations. And go figure, which color did God choose that said, you have to have this color thread? Blue. Blue is the color He chose because you are walking, ladies and gentlemen, in divine royalty. You are surrounded on the four corners of your earth with His divine color, reminding the earth who I belong to.